Good morning, everyone. Mavericks are back in action. Miracle Gold on the agenda today. They won yesterday 3-1. So this is a battle for first place, and the winner of this one will probably find themselves into the championship. Teams the Mavs still has on the agenda, probably a little tougher than what Miracle Gold does, so definitely Mavs need to get a win here. Another 25 seconds to warm up. We'll get game number 2 underway. Bernard started the game yesterday, played the first period. As she came in, took down the last 2 periods, finished off with the 9-0 shutout against the Rochester Bandits. See who gets a start this morning. Jansen will be in net for Miracle Gold. Try to get at least the goalies' names down as I put the broadcast out there, if you all aren't familiar with me. She's on the bench, so it does look like Bernard will get the start here for the Mavs. All right, we got Nicholson out there. Van Voorst will take over at center. He wasn't here yesterday. That'll be Polson heading to the right wing. Campbell will drop back to defense along with, I think that's Crawford over there. Miracle Gold will win it. Now it comes over to Crawford. Popped up in the air, comes down into the Mavs zone. This will be Campbell looking over his shoulder, backhands it around the backside of the net. Miracle Gold will grab it in the corner. Pye takes a shot. Bernard with the save. Goes off into the corner. Gold will cycle it down low. Now back up against the wall. Nicholson over there. Gold holds it in. Deflected. Goes off into the corner. Backhander back behind the net. Pressured by Crawford. He'll get the steal. Comes out to Campbell off a skate of Nicholson down into the Gold zone. Back behind Jansen. There's Polson working it. Gold will come out. Breakout up the left-hand side. Cross ice over to the right. There's McDaniel. McDaniel grabbed that one. Loses it right up front. Quick shot. And they're going to call goal. Right over the right shoulder of Bernard off the turnover. And the Miracle Gold team will strike first. 13:57 remaining in the first, and they lead 1-0. Caffey, Norman, and Crook check in on this one. There it comes to McDaniels. Another turnover comes to Cassidy. He'll backhand it to McDaniel. McDaniel will send it down the ice. That should be an icing. And they're going to wave it off. Nice pressure by Crook. Comes up to McDaniel. He'll send one that goes wide left of the net. Comes over near side. Gold will get it. Big hit by Crook. Out into the neutral zone it'll come. Gold takes it over. Right up the middle. Bounces one off of McDaniels. He puts his body into it. Now it's grabbed by McAfee. Norman will get it into the Gold zone. Holds it in. Now it trickles down the wall. Nobody knows where the puck is. Now it'll be grabbed by Gold in the far corner. Behind Jansen in the net. Pressured by Crook. Centered up front. Now grabbed by McDaniel at the red line. He'll lose it right at the red line as in comes Aiden Lee. Crook will backhand it over here to Van Meer. Van Meer ahead to Borrit. Borrit down into the corner. Stolen by Lee momentarily. Now Gold will get the control of the puck far right-hand side. Grabbed by Aiden Lee. Or no, that's Baumgartner. Grabbed that one. Now he'll lose it right up here towards the blue line. And we'll get an icing on that one. Face-off will come back to the Miracle Gold zone. Just underway, 12:18 remaining in the first, 1-0 Gold. Neal will check in, actually comes to center. Keach over to the right. Corin to the left. Van Meer and Austin in here on the defense. Corin tries to center it up front. Neal's right there. Now he'll poke it high up to Austin. Back over to Neal. Tipped off his stick. Goes down to Keach down low. Back behind Jansen. Comes up left-hand side. Goes past everyone. Down into the far end. We're going to get another icing. Face-off will come back to the Miracle Gold zone as the Mavericks will get themselves a line change. Olsen, Van Voorst, and Nicholson comes over to Campbell. He'll send it over far corner. Held in by Crawford momentarily. Now here's the breakout for Miracle Gold. Down into the Maverick zone. Bernard will send it up. Oh! Olsen couldn't get around that defenseman from the goal. Now they'll clear it back up. This could be another icing. Another face-off in the Gold zone. Mavs will keep the lineup out there. Nicholson, Polson, and Van Voorst. Polson will go to center on this one. Face-off won by Gold down into the corner. Wrapped around the boards. Far side. Crawford will hold it in. Gets it to Nicholson down into the corner. Campbell will dump it deep, far side. Paulson will hold it in, gets it to Nicholson, down into the corner, pressured by Gold. Now they'll bring it up the left-hand side. Campbell will send them right, back behind the net, off to the far side. Nicholson backhands it to Van Voorst, brings it up the middle, loses the puck. Stolen by Nicholson, and now we're going to get a whistle. Net came off. Face-off will be in the Gold zone. Mavericks will change it up. McAfee, Crook, and Norman come in here on the forward line. Cassidy and McDaniel on the defense. Quick shot saved by Jansen. Oh! Battle for the puck. Gold comes away with it. Saved by Bernard. Comes over near side. Gold will hold it in. He's trying to center past everybody. This will be grabbed by Crook. And they're going to get Crook on that one. Stick lift, drop the twig, and then he sent it up into the netting. So Miracle Gold will get a power play on this with 10:03 remaining in the first, leading 1-0. Pops up front. This will be McDaniels behind the net, hard off the boards. Pops out into the neutral zone. Up the left-hand side, Miracle Gold will come in. They'll drop pass it to their defense. Skates in, whips one right over the glove of Bernard. Far side up to their D. Skates back, toeing that blue line. Now they'll send it off into the near corner. Cassidy's down there, now around the net, over towards McDaniel's side. Norman's right there. Now they'll drop it back behind the net. Cassidy will come over, gets that puck, whips it hard off the boards. That'll clear it down into the gold zone. Line change quickly for the Mavs. In comes Aiden Lee. Crawford's in there along with Austin and Baumgart. Brings it over near side DD. They'll send it down into their left winger. Deflected off of Baumgart, goes down into the gold zone. Touched up there by Jansen around the backside of the net. Lee pokes at it. Baumgart gets the steal. He'll send one. That goes wide left. Line change for the Mavs as the Gold grabs this one far side, brings it over near side. Crawford sends it down low. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Mavs are back to full strength. Neal's in here on the left side. Good pressure, tipped up front, goes up over Bernard into the netting. Let's see if we can set the lines here. We got Neal over here, one winger. Boritz in there. They're going to bring it out to neutral ice. And Corin. And Mavs have got 6 players. Boritz going to hit the bench. Corin, Keach, and Neal. Neal at center. Wins it over near side, touches it up against the wall, gets it to Corin. Corin will try to get it back to Neal. Neal will send it down into the zone. Gold will bounce it off the back of the boards, over to the far corner. Sauced high up in the air, goes past Cassidy. Now it's a foot race for the puck. McDaniel's in there on the defense. McDaniel's will pressure. Back behind the net. Gold will cycle it. Loose puck, stolen by Neal. Neal will come up the left-hand side. Neal in the left. He'll take a shot. Saved by Jensen. Now he'll jump on top of it. It's Jansen, not Jensen. Face off in the gold zone. Polson will come in. Van Voorst and Nicholson. Cassidy and McDaniel stay out there on the defense. Now stolen. Van Voorst bounces one off one of the Gold's defensemen. Pressured up against the boards. Down into the corner. Back behind the net. Nicholson will work it. Down goes Nicholson. Gold will get there in the far corner. McDaniels beats him to the punch down there up against the wall. Holds it in. Now back behind Jansen. They're calling for it. Big long. Oh! Snuck in behind McDaniels. Nice job by McDaniels. Great save by Bernard. Still loose up front. Now Bernard will jump on top of it. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Maverick zone. 6:35 remaining in the first. 1-0 Miracle Gold. As they struck early, about a minute and a half into the game. Face off one by the Gold. Shot wide right. This will come over near side towards Crook. They'll leave it for Van Meer. Van Meer will chip it off the glass, comes over towards McAfee. Now dump back down into the Mav zone, back behind Bernard. This will be Austin. Centered up front, poked away there by Bernard. Gold comes away with it. Now they'll backhand it up high to the D. McAfee's right there, round crook. Takes a shot right into the gut of Bernard. Campbell is one defenseman. Lee will step into center. Gold wins it, holds it in up high. This will be Baumgart over there. Glove saved by Bernard on the quick wrister. Face off one down low towards Campbell. He'll backhand it over to Crawford. Crawford can't get it cleared, centered up front. Now it's stolen by Campbell. Out into the neutral zone. Gold will grab control of this. Backhands it down into the Mav zone. Campbell looks over his shoulder. Loses the puck up against the wall. Baumgart will get the steal over to Lee. Boric goes left. Lee will take it up against the wall. Skates in. Tries to center it up front right past Baumgart. Campbell will send it back down low. Stolen by Lee in the corner. Looking to center it right off of Baumgart's stick. Stolen by Gold. They'll bring it up the left-hand side. Pressured by Campbell. He'll get the steal. Cycles it back. Here comes Baumgart. Baumgart will get it. Skates to his forehand. Shot. Save Jansen. In comes Borat. In comes Neal. Now Baumgart will look to go to the bench. Oh, collision back here at the red line. Saved by Bernard. Another save by Bernard on the quick shot. Right at the dot. McDaniels and Cassidy will come in on the defense. Neal's at center. Corn will come in. It looks like Quiche over here. Sneaking in. Neal will win it back into the corner. But Gold will get there first. Back behind the net. Brings it up left wing. Brings it up high D. Bounces one off of Neal. Rebound. Saved by Bernard. Now to McDaniels. Rips it around the boards. They're going to call tip. Neal's going to race for it. Neal will get there first. Looking over his shoulder. Corn's right there. Pops over to Corn. Pressured by Gold. Corn remain in control. Quiche with a shot. Jansen with a save. Corn came away with it back behind the net, centered it up front to Quiche, right up front. Jansen gets a quick glove save. Face off in the Gold zone. 4:09 remaining in the first. Olsen, Van Voorst, Nicholson check back in. Nicholson tries to get it to McDaniel, goes past him, and now we got a 2-on-1 the other way. Saved by Bernard. Forwards stay the same. Looked like Austin checked in, along with Van Meer on the defense. Over towards Nicholson. He'll get it to Austin back down low. Gold comes away with it back behind the net. They'll bring it up high to their left defenseman. He'll take a shot. Tipped right into the gut of Bernard. Face-off won by Miracle Gold. Up against the left wall. They'll bring it up high to their D, right in the middle. Blocker saved way up into the netting. Olsen will take over at center. Gold with another face-off win. They'll come D to D near side. Skates in, takes a shot. Loose up front. Now Bernard will jump on top of it again. Bodies flying everywhere. And Mavs are going to get 5 new legs out here. Stolen by Crook. Crook will come in right. Blocked away by Jansen. Crook will grab control of it back behind the net. And loses the puck, comes out into the neutral zone. Chips it around the wall, brings it in into the gold zone. There's Norman right there battling for it. And we got a stick flying. And Crook's going to get another one. Another interference as the stick went flying. Crook will go to the penalty box one more time. Power play to Miracle Gold. So we got Campbell and Crawford in there on the defense. McAfee and Norman on the forwards. Tipped by Norman, saved by the Gold. Now it comes out into the neutral zone. Gold will gain control of it in the neutral ice. Pressured by Norman up against the wall. McAfee's over there. They'll peel back around into the corner. Sends it down low. Centers it up front. Nobody there but Norman, and he's going to rip that sucker down into the Gold zone. Touched up by Jansen. McAfee's going to go battle for it. Tied up against the wall. Now Miracle Gold will send it over to the far side. Aiden Lee over there as he's checked in. Puts a little pressure on. Now Miracle Gold will tap it up. Here they come up the left-hand side. Dumped down into the Mav zone. Ripped hard around the wall. Crawford's over there to the far right. Aiden Lee will dig at it. He'll send it down into the Gold zone, and we'll get a couple fresh legs back out here. Lee and Baumgart on the forwards. Cassidy and Campbell stay in there on the defense. Centered up front, shoots and scores. Left corner, right to the middle of the ice. Slaps it in the back of the net. Power play goal for Miracle Gold, and with 1:40 remaining in the first. 2-0 Miracle Gold. Lee, Board, and Baumgart in here on the forwards. McDaniels and Cassidy. That face-off will come to Cassidy. He'll dump it down into the Gold zone, back behind Jansen. Board will chase after it.
Gold team, number 15, consists of number 10 and number 7. Battle goal was 13-20.
Baumgart comes away with it. Centers it up front, right to Borid. Quick shot right in the gut of Jansen.
Let's go, Matt!
Lee wins it over to Borid. Back to Lee in the corner. Shot gets deflected. Grabbed by Borid behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Battle up front between Baumgart and somebody from the Gold. They were going at it. Borid tries to center it. Stolen by Gold. Now to come around backside of Jansen. Tipped up the left-hand side. They'll bring it in. There's McDaniel. Quick shot. Saved by Bernard. That shot deflected off McDaniels. Battle down low. That'll pop out towards Lee to Baumgart. Oh, he takes a big body check up against the glass. Gold comes away with it, far side. Now they'll center it back in, brings it in. Big check by Cassidy. Dumped hard into the Mav zone, comes right out front. Bernard will send it over to Michael McDaniels. That'll send it around to Austin. Past Austin. Boritz over there. Chipped out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by the Gold. Now dumped into the Mav zone. And that's the end of the period. And after one, Miracle Gold leads the Minnesota Mavericks 2-0. All right, we head to the second. Miracle Gold up 2-0. Van Voorst, Nicholson, and Polson in here on the forward line. Crawford, I believe that's Campbell over here on the other defense. Campbell will try to cross ice out in front. Comes to Campbell. Back over to Van Voorst. Sends it down low. Miracle Gold chased by Nicholson. They'll cycle it back up far wall. Cross ice off the skate. Comes right to Crawford. He'll backhand it back down into the Miracle Gold zone. Pressured by Polson. They'll try to break it out up the left-hand side. Now up the center. Cross ice shot goes way wide right. Gold comes away with it, skates in, back behind Bernard. Now they'll send it up the wall, left-hand side. Chips it back down low. Pressured by Crawford. Polson will come in. Now they'll work on digging it out of the wall. Comes right to Van Voorst. He'll try to get it to Nicholson. And now we're going to get an offsides. Nope. Gold will come away with it as they had to get back into the zone. Comes down low. This will be Campbell. Oh, right to one of the Gold players. Shot saved by Bernard. They'll face it off down here in the Mav zone. Neil, Korn, and Keish in here on the forward line. McDaniels and Cassidy on the defense. That'll come to McDaniels. He'll peel back to his right. Loses the puck down into the corner. Keish is over there along with McDaniels. Grabbed by McDaniels. Bounces it off the wall towards Cassidy. Up the near side. Touch to Neil. Can't get it to Corin. Stolen by Gold. They'll race in around. Forced over to the side by McDaniels. They'll bring it up high. Takes a shot wide of the net. Bounces off the back wall. Comes back behind the net. Tries a wraparound. Can't get that shot off cleanly. And Bernard's lost his stick. It's back there behind the net. Keish will try to clear it. Held in by Gold. And now stolen by Corin. Somebody needs to go get Keish's stick. Now Bernard. Cassidy will go back and get a big check. Down goes Neil. Mavs will get back on side. Back behind Jansen. The puck goes. Here it comes over near side. Big check there by the Mavs, now stolen by Norman. Poked away by Gold, right at the blue line. He'll come back the other way, dumps it into the Mavs zone. This will come to Crook. He'll backhand it far side over to Austin. Miracle Gold to bounce it off the wall. Oop, just out, and we're going to get an offsides. Face-off come out to neutral ice. Game getting a little more physical here as we move on. 2-0 Miracle Gold. 11:49 remaining the second. Okay, we'll bring it down into the Miracle Gold zone with that offsides. Lee, Baumgart, bore it in there along with Austin and Van Meer. Gold will clear it. Bounces over the stick of Van Meer. Sends it over off the wall. Grabbed by Lee. He'll lose it down into the Miracle Gold zone. They'll bring it back up. Right-hand side. Around Baumgart. Down in the corner, back behind the net. Far side, Van Meer. Over to Baumgart. Can't get it cleared. Held in by Gold. Van Meer down low in the corner. Gold comes away with it. Sends it up high to their D. Can't get it out of the zone. Can't get it cleared. Here we come, far side D. They'll send one. Saved by Bernard. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Mav zone with 10:51 remaining in the second. Crawford and Campbell will check in. This will be Nicholson on the forward line along with Polson. And Van Voorst. Gold comes away with it down into the Mav zone. Now tipped away. Back into neutral ice by Campbell. Campbell will stay on it, kicks it with a skate. Drops it. Oh, nice shot by Polson on a drop pass from Campbell. Can't get it in. Back out into the Mav zone. This will be Campbell. He'll cross ice out in front of Nicholson. We're going to get an icing on this. Face off one by Gold. They'll take a shot. Bounces it off Nicholson. Touch pass. Trying to get it back out to Nicholson. Slap back down by Gold. Deflected by Van Voorst. Now Crawford will send it across ice. Polson will race for it. He'll get to it first. Looking to center. Calling for it. There was Van Voorst. Held in by Crawford. Jansen will jump on top of it. We'll face it off in the Miracle Gold zone. 9:45 remaining in the second. 2-0 Gold. Neil Keish and Corn will check in. Cassidy and McDaniels on the defense. Cassidy will go to the right. McDaniels over here to the left. Face off one by Gold. And they'll break out up the left. Oh, that's way offsides. Neal will come away with his face-off over here to the near side. Sent back into the Mav zone. This will go to McDaniels. He'll cross ice over to Cassidy. Tried to get it to Korn, streaking up the left side. Blocked by Gold. Down into the Mav zone it'll go. Back behind the net. This will be Cassidy. Get it up to Korn. Korn will backhand it between his legs, trying to get it to Neal, but Gold will hold it in. Now there's Korn out ahead, just in front of Neal. Far side, Keish will grab this one, slaps it off the board, down into the Gold zone. Now comes away with a quick shot, glove save, Jansen. Crook comes away with the face-off win himself. Now he'll lose it. Here comes Gold the other way. Norman streaking back with the back check. Keeps the shot from being taken. Oh. And Crook comes in hard with a body check as it was pinned up against the boards, and that'll be another power play for Gold. And we're going to get a 2-minute roughing. Gold will go on the power play. Let's see, we got Norman and McAfee out there along with McDaniels and Cassidy. Gold comes away, sends it up high, takes a shot, blocked by McDaniels. Cleared out in the neutral zone. Gold will get half to get back on side here. Now they'll come D to D near side. Brings it into the Mav zone. Looking to center it. Now stolen by Cassidy. Slammed off the boards. Down into the Gold zone. McAfee will make him chase after it fast. Loose puck. Couldn't get a hold of it. McAfee stays on top of it. Now here comes Gold the other way. Up the right-hand side. Looking to center, peels back in the corner. Now they'll send it back behind Bernard over to the far side. Comes around center, drop pass up to the D. Big slapper off the side of the net. Grabbed by Campbell, he'll clear it. Straight towards Jansen, he'll have to actually block this one. Now they'll sling it back out. Down into the Mav zone, that was missed. He says he touched it. Ref says otherwise, and we'll face it off after the icing down in the Gold zone. 7:31 remaining in the second, 2-0 Miracle Gold. Campbell and Crawford in here. This will be Lee and Baumgart on the forwards. Grabbed behind the net by Miracle Gold, up the left-hand side. Poked away by Crawford, right to Baumgart. Baumgart will come back the other way. Comes back towards the middle, being back-checked, dumps it down into the Gold zone. 25 seconds remaining on the Gold power play. Sent around the boards, goes over far side. Lee's over there. Loose puck comes up high to Gold's D. Now blocked by Lee, stolen by Lee. He'll pop it up in the air towards Baumgart over to the left side. He'll slap it down low. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Pressure by Baumgart. Loose puck in the corner. Mavs are back to full strength. Crooks will go to the bench. Now it'll come back to Crawford. Loose in the middle. Baumgart will go to the bench. Ward's in there. Grabbed by Gold. Polson's in there also. Here comes Nicholson. Nice effort by Borit. Comes away with it. Down into the zone. He'll try to get it to Nicholson just out in front of him. Nicholson will race over into the corner, grab it. He's got Polson right up front. Oh, had a stick tied up. Couldn't get a stick on there. Crawford will come away with it in the neutral zone. Being pressured down in his own zone. Looks to the middle, trying to get it to Nicholson. Comes to Polson. Polson will race it in up the middle. He'll drop pass for Van Voorst. Van Voorst has shot Jansen with another save right in the gut. Austin and Van Meer on the defense. Nicholson, Van Voorst, and I believe that's Polson in there on the forward line. Gold comes away with it. They'll drop it for their D. Sends it to the middle. This will be grabbed by Polson momentarily. Chips it off the board. Can't get it cleared. Now bounces one off of Austin down behind, down low in the net, into the corner. They'll send it up to Nicholson. He takes a shot and loses the puck. Centered back up front. Poked away by Van Meer. Out into the neutral zone. Gold will get onside. Now they take one right off Nicholson's face mask. Bernard with the save off to the far side to Van Meer. Van Meer will try to get it to Polson, streaking through the middle, deflected, and here comes Gold the other way, and that's offsides. Yeah, number 10 again. What are you raising your hand for? He's 10 feet into the zone. McDaniels and Cassidy on the defense. Norman, McAfee, and Crooks on the forward line. Also come away, this is Crooks. He's got McAfee up the left-hand side. Crooks with some speed takes it in himself, loses it up against the wall. Sends it to himself back behind the net. Shot gets deflected, comes to McAfee. Oh! He backhands it, deflected, net comes off, and it goes just past the right post of the net. They'll blow it dead, face off in the Gold zone. 4:09 remaining the second. 2-0 Miracle Gold.
Go Black.
Here comes Miracle Gold, poked away by McDaniels. Stays at neutral ice, now deflected off of Crooks. Down into the zone, he tries to center it to McAfee, goes past everyone off into the far corner. McAfee will stay on it. Now Norman will come away with it, down into the corner, comes around the back of the net, brings it up high to Cassidy. He'll take a shot just past the right post. Didn't think he had an angle, but he went far side top post, and it was almost there. Miracle Gold gets the turnover, centers it up front, one-on-one with Bernard, puts it in the top post, and it is now 3-0 Miracle Gold with 3:26 remaining in the second. Coronel and Quiche come in here. Oh, and they get a penalty. Miracle Gold got a penalty after that goal, so I don't know if it was unsportsmanlike or what happened here. But that'll put the Mavs to the power play. So they'll switch up their lines, and they'll go with Nicholson, Polson, and I believe that's Van Voorst, along with McDaniels and Cassidy. Face-off cleared down into the Mav zone. Nope, not Cassidy. That's Crawford.
Come on, boys, don't give up.
Scoring for the Gold team, number 4, unassisted at 11:32.
Crawford comes away with it. Gets to McDaniels. McDaniels will send it up the right-hand side. Polson had come over towards the center, so that goes past everybody. Cleared back into the Mav zone. Bernard will touch this one up, sends it over to Van Voorst. He'll bring it over near side, and this is Nicholson working it, dump down into the Mav zone again. This will be Crawford. Sends it behind the net over towards Van Voorst. Now gain control by McDaniels. He'll bring it Nicholson up the left-hand side. Cross ice. Over to Van Voorst. Van Voorst will skate in. And right to the glove of Jansen. They'll cover it up. Face off in the gold zone. 2:25 remaining in the second. 59 seconds remaining on the power play for the Mavericks. Miracle Gold cleared up the boards. This is grabbed by Van Voorst. Uphill backhand it and stolen by Gold. Pressured by McDaniels. He'll slow that up. Goes off to the far boards. Takes a shot. Blocker save Bernard. Van Voorst will bring it in. Pinch there by Gold. And they'll sling it back down into the Mav zone. Olsen is checked in. This will be McDaniels behind the net. Nicholson calling for it. 15 seconds remaining. McDaniels will bring it in. Drops it for Crawford. Crawford take a shot. Oh, hits Nicholson coming through the middle, trying to block up the view of Jansen. And here comes goal. They're back to full strength. They got him cheating coming off the bench. Nice job by Cassidy tying that up. This will come back to Crawford behind the net.
1 minute to go in the second period.
Out to Polson. Polson will dump it. Corn will chase after it. Corn will get to it. Centers it up front. Right to Neal. He'll take a shot right over the top of the bar. And now we're going to get an icing. With 43 seconds left. Nice pass by Corn. Neal sent it too high. So Corn left. Neal center. Quiche to the right. Van Meer and Austin on the defense. Corn gets it to Neal. Loses it down in the corner. Here comes Gold. Cross ice pass. Just past the outreach arm of one of the Gold players. Van Meer's right there. Centers it back up front. Blocked by Austin. Now over to Neal. He'll pop it out into the neutral zone. And that goes out of play. 21 seconds remaining in the period. Won by the Gold. Off to the far side. Neal will chase after him. Dump down into the Mav zone. Goes back behind Bernard with 11 seconds remaining. Up the wall to their D. They'll sling back. Takes a shot right into the gut of Bernard. 2 seconds remaining in the period. 3-0 Gold. And that's the end of the period with another save by Bernard. And after 2, it's 3-0 Miracle Gold. Mavs got a lot of work to do here as we head to the third period.
Well,
15 more to go. Yeah.
now? Right now, or are you paused?
No, it's live.
They're fast. They're all over us.
Oh, they're quick. They've dominated some attack time. We've had our shots, just can't get them past him.
Yep.
Just got to keep shooting it. All right, we head to the third, final period here. Mavs got some work to do. See if I can see the numbers of these. I know that's Lee coming out to center. Tom guard, looks like Boards over there to the other side. Campbell and Crawford on the defense. Comes to Crawford. He'll send it behind the net. Far side towards Borit. Lee and Borit. Borit will backhand it. Tries to get it cleared. Held in by Gold. Now they'll bounce one off of one of the Mavs players up front. I think that was Campbell. Comes to Crawford behind the net. Has it tipped over to Borit. Borit will backhand it in the middle. Trying to get it to Baumgart. Baumgart will bring it into the zone. Now stolen by Gold. Now they'll bring it near side. Up the left-hand side comes Miracle Gold. Drop pass. Takes a shot. Blocked by Campbell. Campbell will get it to Lee. Lee tries to get it to Baumgart. Didn't see the puck coming at him. And now sent back into the Mav zone. Campbell to Crawford. Crawford back to Campbell. Here comes Polson. Polson will bring it in, tries to center it. Stolen by Miracle Gold. Nice back check there by Nicholson. Now we get a steal up. They're going to call delayed offsides. Now Polson will grab it. Backhands it far side over towards Nicholson. Nicholson will cycle it back into the corner to Polson. Loose puck up front. Nobody can get there for the Mavs. Here comes Miracle Gold up the left-hand side. They'll slow it up, cycle it up the near side. Now dumped into the Mav zone. Cassidy will watch a fly past him off to the far corner to McDaniels. Now McDaniels to Nicholson. Nicholson will bring it up the right. McDaniels will fill to the middle. Now he'll chase it down into the corner. Out into the neutral zone. Miracle Gold will get there first. Toe drag comes up to the middle. Quick shot. Bernard with the save. Loose puck. Polson. Polson will get it to Nicholson. Nicholson tries to get it. Oh, that's Van Voorst. Quick shot, wide right by Cassidy. Comes over near side. Van Voorst in the middle. Sends it up high to Cassidy. He'll send it over towards Van Meer. Van Meer will kick it around the boards. Two crooks behind the net. Oop, nobody there on the defensive slot, and that comes all the way down to Bernard behind the net. This will be Austin. Austin will send it over to Crook. Crook behind the net looking for McDaniels right there at the blue line, but can't get it to him. And then sent back into the Mav zone. Crook once again around the boards. Towards Norman. Van Meer's over there. Out into the middle of the ice. Grabbed by Austin. Austin will come away in the neutral zone. Down he goes, sends it up. That'll be Crooks up the left-hand side. Got McAfee in the middle. Oh! He saw him, but couldn't get it back far enough, deep enough for McAfee. He pulls him up by the back of his jersey. Couldn't get it deep enough for McAfee to get a stick on it. Goes right to Jansen, and he covers it up. Neil Keish and Korn back in here. Van Meer right, Austin left on the defense. Down into the corner it goes, back behind the net. Korn, Keish over here up against the wall. Van Meer waiting for it to trickle out at the blue line. Neil just waiting by the dot. Gold comes away with it. Now stolen by Neal. Corn will dig it up against the wall. Peels back a little time and space. Sends it back behind the net. Back to Corn. Shot just over the top of the bar. Goes over far side to Austin. And here comes Gold with a 3-on-1. Glove save by Bernard. Van Meer took away the pass. Left a wide open shot, but a clear view for Bernard, and he glove saved that one. Crawford and Campbell in on the defense. This will be Baumgart, Board, and Lee. On the forwards, goes over to Crawford. Crawford across ice, getting it to Board. Board up the left. He'll peel back a little time and space. Now sends it down the wall. Lee's over there. Gets pinned up against the board. Baumgart behind the net. Chips it back up the boards. Comes right to Borat. Borat will send one into the far corner, or near corner. Baumgart tried to get it to Lee. That's broken up by Miracle Gold, and they'll bring it up the left-hand side. Stolen by Campbell. Chip back down in the Gold zone. Campbell will chase him back behind the net. Now they'll send it up the left-hand side. Touch pass, nobody there but Baumgartner. He'll grab that one. Over to Crawford, back out to neutral ice. Now tipped up in the air, comes down into the Mavs zone. 9:25 remaining. Mavs trailing 3-0. Lee will come away with this one, back behind the net. Sauces it high up in the air, slapped down by Miracle Gold. Bort will battle for it, far side. Gold will come away with it. They'll come D to D near side. Up the glass, down into the corner. Crawford will get this one back behind the net. Puts on the brakes, comes back the other way. Now he's got some clean ice in front of him. Heels back to the middle, takes it into the Gold zone. Brings it cross side, Van Voorst. He'll take a shot, deflected, goes off to the far side. And sent out of bounds by Miracle Gold. Give him 2 minutes to delay a game. Not today. Polson, Nicholson, Van Voorst in there. Cassidy and McDaniels on the defense. Comes back to McDaniels. He'll send it off into the far corner, back to behind the net. Polson will grab this to Nicholson. He loses it, comes over near corner. Comes to McDaniels. He'll lose it, popped away. Cassidy holds it into the zone. Behind the net, it goes by Miracle Gold. Over to the far side, Polson. Polson, right to Van Voorst, takes a shot, deflected. Nice block save there by the Gold. He went down to one knee and blocked that shot by Van Voorst. Now we're going to get an icing. He'll blow it dead. We'll face it off in the Gold zone with 8:04 remaining in the game. 3-0 Gold. Nicholson will go to the bench. Crooks will come in. Crook left, Polson center, Van Voorst right. Gold wins the faceoff. Bounces it off the boards back behind the net. They'll bring it up the left-hand side. Brings it up high to their D. Pressured by Crook. Pulls around, quick shot. Bernard with another save. Puck loose to McDaniels. They're calling for it. Oh, just a little too hard for Crook, and we're going to get an offsides.
Touch the puck. Yeah.
D to D in the neutral zone by Gold. Pressured by McAfee. Crooked right there also. Here comes Gold up the left-hand side. And we're going to get an offsides. Norman Crook and McAfee. Face-off goes far side. McAfee will chase after it. Now dumped into the Mav zone by Gold. Back behind Bernard. Comes over near side. Van Meer looks over his shoulder, sends it back to Austin. Austin will send it back over far side. Now cross-ice pass trying to get it to Norman. Stolen by Gold. Skates in. Saved by Bernard. 6:52 remaining. Mavs will bring in Neal, Keish, and Corin. Campbell, and I believe that's Crawford over here. Yep, Crawford on the defense. Comes to Gold. They'll take a shot right into the gut of Bernard. Save, another face-off here in the Mav zone. Gold will come away with his face-off. Tries to center it up front. Now to bounce off, there's Corin. Corin up the left-hand side. Got Keish just ahead of him. He'll dump it down into the Gold zone. Keish will chase after it. They'll send it around the net, brings it over near side. Now cross-ice pass. Right up the middle. Nice back check by Corin. He'll lift the stick, get the steal. Skates in, takes a shot. Jansen with a save. Right to Neal. He'll backhand it, stolen by Gold. Uh-oh. Right around Borit. They'll skate in. Another save by Bernard. Bernard plays his high school hockey with Mankota. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm from Missouri, so. Comes D to D. Pressure there by Baumgard. Centered up front, goes past everybody, comes over near side. Lee will give it a chase. Gold comes away with it. Shot blocked by Lee. This will be Baumgard. He'll get it ahead to Borit. Squeezed by Gold, stays on top of it, but 5:30 remaining in the game. Nice stop there by McDaniels. Couldn't get it to Lee. Back out in the neutral zone. Gold coming the other way. Baumgard with a nice back check. Pass goes past everybody. Comes over near side. And we're going to get a delayed offsides, I think. Cycled back behind the net. I don't think number 10 ever got onside, but they're not still letting it roll, so. Gold comes away with it right around McDaniels. That is popped away to Baumgart, and he'll send it out in the neutral zone.
Hurry up.
Line change for the Mavs. 2-on-2, they'll skate in. McDaniels blocked there by Bernard. McDaniels will send it off the boards but can't get it cleared. Polson's right there, grabbed by McDaniels. Stolen in the neutral zone by Gold. Off of Polson, he'll slap it off the glass, back out into neutral ice. Crook will get the pressure over here near side, comes away with a steal, got Polson in the middle. Oh, blocked away by Gold. Quick outlet pass, that comes right to Austin. He'll skate it in once everybody gets onside. Peels back up against the wall. Quick shot by Crook, goes past the net. Held in by Van Meer momentarily. Now pops back out to neutral ice. Here comes Gold. Dillon will put some pressure on it. Loose puck, Van Meer. Van Meer will get it to Crook. Sends it off to Austin. Austin to Polson. Polson tries to get it to Crook, streaking up the right-hand side. Stolen by Gold. Gold finally comes away with it, up to the middle, now sends it over far corner. Centered up front, off Van Meer's skate, comes back high to the D. Now saved by Bernard. Van Meer will try to clear it. Gold holds it in at the blue line. Pressured by Van Voorst, centered up front. Bernard will jump on top of this one. They'll blow it dead, face off in the Mav zone with 3:07 remaining in the game. This will bring in Norman, Nichols, and McAfee, Campbell, and Crawford on the defense. Nicholson will go to center. Nicholson comes away with it, hard off the boards. That'll come right to McAfee. McAfee goes through the legs, comes off to the right. Down into the corner it goes. McAfee will chase after Nicholson with support. Up the boards. Campbell tries to hold it in. Gold gets it. They'll backhand it out into the neutral zone.
Go, Cam!
Campbell will come over. He'll bring it in up the right. Takes a shot. Jansen with a blocker save. Goes over to the far side to McAfee. Up to Crawford. Crawford will send it back down low. Grabbed by Gold. 2:30 remaining in the game. Back behind Jansen. Now they'll sling it around the net. Over to the far side. Right to Campbell in the Mav zone. Now he'll send it up right off of Nicholson. Right to Norman. He'll drop it, but Nicholson slowed up, so nobody was there for that pass. Now dump back down into the Gold zone, into the corner. Cross ice just out in front, so that'll come to Crawford. He'll peel back in the Mav zone. Campbell being pressured now. He'll send it over far side. I believe that's Norman. Centered up front. Bernard with a save. Another save by Bernard. Comes up high over the stick of their defense. Out into the neutral zone. Now down into the Mav zone. This will be Campbell. Round the boards to Crawford. Crawford up ahead to Nicholson. Leaves it for Crooks. Crooks with some speed right around the side. Comes back to the middle. Forehand over the top of the bar. Lee will come in for pressure. Crooks still out there. Gold up the right, left-hand side, down into the Mav zone. This will be McDaniels. Crooks calling for it, gets it, kicks it with his skate. Now to the red line. He'll take a shot. Jansen with another save. Baumgard tried to get the rebound. Jansen will jump on top of it with 57 seconds remaining in the game. Olsen, Van Voorst, and Corin in there. Face-off comes out to neutral ice. McDaniels will race back after it. I'm going to say it went off one of the Mavs players off the bench. Thought I had one of the refs say 6 on the ice, but they're talking it over, seeing what they're going to do here. And it will be 6 on the ice, so Corn will go to the sin bin. Gold to the power play, face off in the Mav zone. Go with Lee, Crook, Crawford, and McDaniel. Over towards McDaniel. Now to Crook. Up the middle. And now we're going to get a penalty. I think this is going to be on Crook as he ran into Jansen down low. And that's 4 on Crook, so he's out. Coach Cole doesn't like it. He's explaining it to the refs that he was bumped and pushing backwards, had no control. And so final 34.6 seconds, and it'll be a 5-on-3. All right, final 34 seconds. Crawford's in there, Lee and McDaniels. McDaniels took the face off, comes to Crawford. Behind Bernard, down into the corner. Tries to clear it, Gold holds it in. Pressured. That's the end of Corin's penalty, so it's a 5-on-4 now. Gold comes away, tries to center it up front. Wide in the net, Lee's over there, far side, McDaniels. Now Polson in the neutral zone, sends it over to McDaniels, right-hand side. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the end of the game. Miracle Gold will take this one, 3-0. I would assume they're going to head off to the championship game. They've still got one more game to play, but I'll be shocked if they lose to Rochester. And Rochester then would only hold the tiebreaker on them. So I'm going to guess Miracle Gold's off to the championship game. Mavs will need to get another win here this afternoon to try to at least play for third. Lakeside Lakers will be on the agenda. 4 p.m. puck drop or thereabouts. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you this afternoon. Final score: Miracle Gold 3, Mavs 0.